Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budri Mulinawul, everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa, welcome to the lands of the Walla Medical. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, or around that, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unknown, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20 to 30,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no reason, no good reason, why we should expect less for ourselves and our families than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there's still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would suggest, though, that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective future. Thank you. Yep.
I am pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Research of Macquarie University, Professor Saki Pretorius.
Thank you, Chris, for your welcome to country. It is always good to have you here, and thank you for coming along. Colleagues, guests, families, and friends of our graduates, and most importantly, all of you graduates. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduates and your guests a special greeting from the members of our University Council, the governing body of the university. I hope this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for you all. Today, we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. You have worked very hard to get here today, and you have every right to feel very proud of what you've accomplished. You should know that we here at the University of Macquarie are just as proud of you, and I am very pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you today. I also want to especially welcome the families, the supporters, and the friends of our graduate here with us as invited guests of our graduates. The fact that you have been invited by one of our graduates to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you have been an important influence on their lives. So, to our invited guests, congratulations, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us here today. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honor to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Professor Greg Downey, today. Greg Downey is a professor of anthropology and interim dean of the Macquarie School of Social Sciences. For more than 30 years, he has been studying neuroanthropology, or what happens to be the nervous system when people train rigorously. From spinning on his head in Brazil with capoeira practitioners to getting choked in a mixed martial arts training, free diving in Sydney Harbour, to studying blind people who can navigate by using echoes. Greg has always said that he studied anthropology because no one would let him do in a laboratory what he can watch people doing out in the wild. You can't say that we haven't invited a very interesting person here today. I'm looking forward to that, so I want to introduce you. Greg, over to you.
First, I want to acknowledge Presiding Officer, Professor Saki Pretorius. Thank you for the introduction. I hope I wasn't hyped beyond my abilities. Fellow members of Macquarie University faculty and staff, distinguished guests, and of course, our graduates, together with their families and friends. I'm honored to be invited to speak to you. They're pretty silly outfits, but we look good in them, don't we? It's a long road you've all come, and there are hundreds of inspiring stories, but for some reason they asked me to speak. So I'll give you my story. I'm an anthropologist. We study human diversity, cultures in the field. That means anthropologists go to some of the most out-of-the-way places and catch some of the most interesting diseases. I've worked in Brazil, Fiji, Australia, and the US. As Saki mentioned, I'm a neuroanthropologist. I'm especially interested in how culture affects your nervous system. I've studied some amazing people. Capoeira practitioners in Brazil, cage fighters who endure punishment that makes me cringe still, free divers who can hold their breath, some of them 5, 6, 7 minutes or more. I can't do that. And blind people who taught themselves to perceive space and objects with sound waves. They click their tongues and they use sonar like bats or dolphins. These people explore the envelope of what is possible with a human nervous system, how adaptable our bodies and brains are. And they do things to themselves that, as Saki mentioned, I could never get ethical permission to do in the laboratory. So I go to them for the lessons they can teach us. These people transform themselves. They mold their muscles, their reflexes, their coordination, their brains, until they can do superhuman things. So I want to tell you a story about a transformation a little bit different from my field research in Brazil. It stuck with me for more than 15 years. I was in Brazil in 2005, traveling with members of the Movimento Sem Terra, the landless movement. They're activist and poor farm workers, some of them former laborers, some of them former sharecroppers who've lost their lands when they were flooded out by big hydroelectric projects, the dams that flood some of these river valleys. In some cases, they were kicked off when their land was sold to big corporations. They were really poor, the kind of people who have migrated from the countryside to swelling slums that ring some of Brazil's cities. The Landless Movement is a radical political organization. They seize large ranches and redistribute land to the poor. It's incredibly controversial. Members are routinely shot at. I stayed at an encampment. It was just shacks on the side of a highway with no water, electricity, or plumbing. I tell the story like I'm tough. I stayed 4 days. They'd been there for 2 years, living with their families. They survived and hoped one day they would get a small piece of land to farm. I was incredibly impressed by them. So I was taking my rental car into town. I said, what do you need? Is there anything the camp needs? Do you need cooking oil? Do you need rice or beans or something? And they said to me, books. We really need books. And I have to admit, I was pretty taken aback. What kind of books? And then they started listing them off for me. Agroecologia, sustainable farming. Fish farming. Then they asked for Paulo Freire and Antonio Gramsci. And the list blew my mind. The last two especially. Paulo Freire, if you don't know, no reason you should, some of you might, was a teacher and radical author who wrote about the pedagogy of liberation, or how literacy could transform a person's life, even a poor sharecropper or landless farmer. The last was Marxist author Antonio Gramsci, who, among other things, wrote about how mental and ideological domination was part of any political system, including ours, justifying exploitation and entrenching inequality, and I think showing the value of imagination. Members of the Landless Movement were literally on the margin. They were living on the verge of highway in shanties of scrap wood and cast-off corrugated steel, and they valued education. They valued critical thinking, learning, reading, arguing about ideas, which is what we did at night around a fire because we had no electricity, as much as they valued the land that would allow them to feed their families. And it worked. In settlements nearby, they had some of the most profitable farms per acre, doing exactly what they were trying to read about in this camp. The story stays with me. It offers so many lessons. But one, I think, is the imperative of hope. If those who have so little could believe in a more just world and they could work for it, how could I, who have so much education, give it up? Cynicism, passivity, fatalism, these farmers showed me that these were all luxuries that I and they could not afford. They believed in education, that big ideas were an essential part of transforming society for the better, that reading and debate were part of the struggle, not just to survive, but for a more just world. The late anthropologist David Graeber, who wrote the books Debt, The First 5,000 Years, and The Dawn of Everything, also helped to start the Occupy movement in Wall Street. He coined the motto, "We are the 98%." but he did so in part from lessons he learned from field research in Madagascar. There, David went to villages that were so remote that the government basically just abandoned them. The government had never been there. And yet these people organized and managed themselves. They governed themselves. They taught David about self-organization. David brought those lessons to Manhattan. Farmers in out-of-the-way corners of Madagascar had wisdom for activists in New York City. We don't have to invent everything we need. Many solutions can come from the wisdom of others, especially those unlike ourselves, whoever we are. People are living in different realities. They're exploring different possibilities all around us, and we can learn from them if we just listen to each other and approach each other with genuine curiosity. For good reason, we often focus in the Faculty of Arts, where I teach, on teaching students to articulate their own opinions, their worldviews, to give us their analysis. But graduating doesn't mean you have all the answers. I know it's hard to believe. You don't have to hold your opinions so tightly that you can't pick up new ideas. The more I do anthropological research and social research, the more amazing I find other groups of people, many of them outside of universities with little formal education. The capoeira practitioners in Brazil, the artists I work with in Fiji, free divers, the blind echolocators, the more they teach me that what I thought were limits are not really limitations at all. Going to the field in Brazil or anywhere can be a bit like going to university. It can be a chance to see that other ways are possible. Meeting up with different people, different viewpoints, can enlarge our freedom and fire our imaginations. Use what you have learned, please. But more than that, remember what it is like to go from knowing nothing to knowing, well, a little bit more. A wiser person than me might tell you can't keep learning like the exam is tomorrow, but I'll tell you instead to keep cramming. Keep learning like the exam is coming around the turn. Hang your diploma on the wall, but never put your desire to grow on the shelf. Anthropologist Margaret Mead, sorry, I'm spruiking my field a little here, I'm realizing. Anthropologist Margaret Mead wrote, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Congratulations on your achievement. You make us all so proud, and you do look really good. But you also make us eager to see what you will do. We may be giving you a testimony or diploma today, but what we ask in return is your life work, the future that you can help each other to make. So thank you very much for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you, Greg, for that inspiring story. A few things that I jotted down while I was listening to Greg was the envelope of what is possible. If we just think about that, what that means. And then he mentioned that one of the biggest lessons that he learned was the imperative to hope. The imperative to hope. I think if we keep that in mind, that will stand it in good stead in the future. He also mentioned we have to remember what it takes from knowing nothing to knowing well, or a little bit more than what we knew before, and how that changes one's lives. So because I told you in the beginning that the highest governing body of this university is council, we have a council member here sitting behind me, Mr. Zipfinger, Frank Zipfinger. So I'm going to say something, otherwise it will be career limiting for me. Greg also said, solutions can come from the wisdom of others. The others are sitting here on stage. We have wonderful degrees for you to come back to. Get your testimonies today. Times are tight. Money is tight. Please come back. We have all these wonderful courses that you can come and study. Thank you very much. Can you please join me in thanking Greg Downey? As Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees to those who have complied with the university's requirements. I now call on our acting registrar, Ms. Melinda Chadwick, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements of these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University's Council and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. I now call on Professor Louise Darkins, Deputy Dean of Research and Innovation at the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Darkins.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. Students and staff from the Faculty of Arts develop critical, inquiring and curious minds. They work together within and across boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, they analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they need in order to understand the world, past, present and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, education, English, geography and planning, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, and security studies and criminology. Through transformative education, Faculty of Arts graduates are equipped to face societal challenges with a deep evaluative mind, strong reasoning, and a well-established ethical compass. They explore their creativity and passions while developing transferable skills like communication, critical thinking, and digital literacy. These are skills that are extremely sought after by employers. To our graduates, as you reflect on the last few years, I'm sure you can all agree that Macquarie University is home to a wonderful community of people. The relationships and networks you have formed will continue to serve you well into your future as professional contacts, as academic mentors, and as lifelong friendships. Thank you. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research. I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Yifan Zhao. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Media with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Lisa Chamore. Olivia Hubble-Cole. present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Luna Zhou. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class, Georgia Shahud. Sophie Elliott. Lillian Jones. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Isabella Bozinowski. Caitlin Free. Keenan Smith. Patrick Wynne. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Andrew Fisher. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Patrick Tobin. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Lachlan Crosby. Erin Duggan. Peter Humbesis. Ella McIntosh. Shruti Menon. Priyanka Srita. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment and Bachelor of Laws Honours. Amelia Chaleskin. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class, Barbara Honeysett. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Abhinaja Yogaraja. Yue Zheng. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Dana Alberto. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology and Bachelor of Laws Honours, Jasmine Wong. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Aaron Boz. Jessica Zering. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Caitlin Gonzalez. Brian Massone. Imogen Paul. Adam Sesha. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class, Madeline Cromwell. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Kennedy Alt. Elisabeth Eiskopf. Cassandra Barberis Leon. Louis Kalea. Brandon Corcoran. Stephanie Khaltoum. Joshua Lawson. Vanessa Manavaroa. Thomas Shembry. Jake Veal. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Ariane Razdan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary, Emma Salvador. Isabella Simantov. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Sayinta Raj Mulari Dharan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary, Subita Anantashiva. Brooke Boulay. Diane Date. Emily Eisenhood. Hayley Gillett. James Harvey. Benjamin Lim. Amanda Nguyen. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Education Secondary, Graham Baldock. Kyla Balterstein. Daniel Burns. Sabrine El Kabout. Clara Pedersen. Peggy Russman. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Christian Clay Dakina. Tiara Maitreya. Stephanie Mitrovska. Grace Seal. Ali Toyne. Mariam Zaidi. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Kiara Yodlovsky-Tan. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Rosemary Weber. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Justinian Tebukanon. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Shrangi Agarwal. Ehab Elbaz. Ronald McCarthy. Abanu Mihai. Rachel Sue. Jessica Tran. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Monica Pedro. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Joseph Arua. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Education, Secondary, Sophie Magyar. Monica V. Newen. Anmol Sharma. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Ancient History, Miley Jones. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Talia Anderson. Cassidy Cregan. Paul Fillet. Vanessa Matilda Hudapea. Shachi Pranav Mehta. Brenda Mosillo. Ariel Norris. Bronte Patterson. Michaela Preston Powell. Linda Rivera Livanos. Megan Scott. Molly Shaw. Rebecca Stone. Emily Thompson. Chuk Yun Se. James Willoughby. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education, Birth to 12, Olivia Arthur. Daniel Host. Zainab Karim Kuma. Tuyet Nguyen. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies. Nama Michelle Cheng. Heng Isabel T. Ding. Big Tui Elisa Liu. Rafael Nuida. Michelle Zhang. Madison Weneden. Yasmin Zelko. Wendy Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Andrew Chen. Mary Jane Fawanuku. Shri Gaikwad. Vanessa Heffernan. Emily Hutchison. Sarah Jabara. Lucy Makanagian. Timothy Matthew. Jack Najar. Haraj Nazarian. Emily Sambell. Harmanpreet Singh. Jacinta Sukar. Ian Thomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media, Liana Roya. Elizabeth Wilson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media and Communications, Ricky Chan. Yasmin McWhirter. Ariane Reid. Kai Stewart. Natasha Taylor. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Planning, Amelia Etanin. Catherine Murphy. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies, Reese Bell. Angus Bogan. Henry Du. Hope Ellis. Charlotte Glynn. Bennett McCurtich. Connor Mills. Lauren Waddups. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science. Juliet Amer. Sarah Blair. Cindy El-Zahabi. Montana Matza. Temitope Ayadai. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Communication with the degree of Master of International Relations, Maria Alicia Gabriel Onkwanko. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Politics and Public Policy with the degree of Master of International Relations, Yukiko Kasakura. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Ancient History, Irma Blanco. I admit the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism, Roxana Ataya. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Creative Writing, Lani Watt. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity, Elham Gobandi. Elizabeth Toison. Aaron James Webb. And Aaron has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity Analysis, Matthew Mogadam. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Disability Studies, Brianna Ashton. And Brianna was awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Tanya de Klerk. Tanya was also awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Catherine Kochetikun. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Early Childhood, Sarah Clay. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Trade and Commerce Law, Tumubata Mamu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Laws, Catherine Jerd. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Planning, Suchitra Bhatt. Hannah Valsden. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Teaching, Secondary, William Gulson. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training, and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Catherine Bell. For a thesis entitled Late Bronze Age Cypriot Figurines, an investigation into variation and distribution. Liam Bryant, for a thesis entitled How Roman Was the Roman Army, exploring the impact of particular social and cultural factors on the Roman army on and off the battlefield during the age of Augustus, 31 BCE to 14 CE. Matthew Clark, for a thesis entitled Programming the Beat, Formalisation and Modelling of Techno Music within an Imitative Musical System. Gemma Clendenning, for a thesis entitled It's Not a Boys' Club, Masculinity in Australian Underground Hip Hop. Linda June Coe, for a thesis entitled From the Front Lines of Black Resistance, Reshaping Meaning and Purpose of Australia Day. Elise Frost, for a thesis entitled Our River, Diversity, Values and Community Engagement in Planning for Deerrubin, Penrith. Jacob Gottlieb, for a thesis entitled Cover the Blood, a theoretical and creative practice examination of interactivity and documentary filmmaking. Philip Hall, for a thesis entitled Truly Disappointed When Our Musical Idols Betray Our Ideals. Kelly Halen, for a thesis entitled Switching Off the News, What a Discourse Analysis of Digital Platforms in Response to Australia's News Media Bargaining Code Reveals About Ideology and Power. Georgia Karamanos, for a thesis entitled The Technological Metamorphosis of the Monstrous Mother. Mark Kennedy, for a thesis entitled Right-Wing Extremist Threats to Australia in the Context of the Christchurch Terrorist Attack. Marilyn Mamone, for a thesis entitled Managing Minoans, Elites and Craft Specialists, Controlled or Autonomous, investigating the effective extent of Minoan elites' political management using craft specialists as a guide. Dean McMahon, for a thesis entitled Plataea, the Athenian Boeotians, Expressions of Community and World Building in the 5th Century BC. David Opitz, for a thesis entitled The Appropriation of Digital Imagery by the Historic Photographic Process. Emily Redknapp, for a thesis entitled There Were Two Ways of Forgetting, investigating memory and trauma in Hanya Yanagihara's A Little Life and Margaret Atwood's Cat's Eye. I did practice these. Shara Silk, for a thesis entitled Real versus Ideal, a debate in ancient Egyptian three-dimensional visual culture. Jamie Waring, for a thesis entitled Online Toxicity as Violence in Esports, a League of Legends case study. Kyung-Yun Woo, for a thesis entitled The Mystagogia of Maximus the Confessor through the Self-Efficacy Theory. Emma Woolley, for a thesis entitled How About We Give It a Go? A case study of breastfeeding support in long day care in the Australian Capital Territory. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Maddy Shahi, for a thesis entitled Neoliberal-Inspired Infrastructure Governance and Planning Reform, the case of the Development Contributions Plan in New South Wales. Dr. Lydia Bashford, for a thesis entitled Egyptian Observations of the Avian World, Categorisation through Human, Bird, Language and Landscape Interactions. Dr. Deborah Hope for a thesis entitled Lustre, the Pearl Trade in Antiquity. Dr. Catherine Jones for a thesis entitled Reconceptualising Early Childhood Educator Workplace Wellbeing in Australia, an ethical and care-based workplace wellbeing model. Dr. Brian Moore for a thesis entitled Physical Activity and Mental Health, a randomised controlled trial examining martial arts training as a psychosocial intervention in schools. Dr. Zenobia Pahiwala for a thesis entitled Pedagogy Through the Eyes of the Subaltern, Beyond Reflective Practice in an Early Childhood Setting in Mumbai, India. Dr. Kim Ralston for a thesis entitled The Technology Integration Beliefs and Practices of Career Change Pre-Service Teachers. Dr. Michelle Walker for a thesis entitled Emotional Experiences, Teacher Interactions with Parents in New South Wales Primary Schools. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I call on Ms Mary Jane Fawan-Uku, who graduated today with the Bachelor of Laws, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Ms Fawan-Uku.
Hi guys. So I'd like to begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today, and I pay my respects to their elders past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples that are here today. Good morning, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and our guests. I am honoured to stand here before you and speak on such a momentous day. I'd like to begin by congratulating my fellow graduates on completing their studies. No doubt we've all had our own unique setbacks, but many more triumphs which have brought us here today. Each and every one of us has forged our own paths and begun laying the foundations for our future with all that we've learned here at Macquarie University. Today is the day for us to reflect on all the big and little things that we did to get to this point. From getting through the hundreds of pages of readings, to refining those AGLC references to perfection, to managing the work-life-study balance, if it really exists. It was that discipline and determination that drove us to complete this course. But looking back, I see that today isn't just about all of the high distinctions and passes that we achieved. It's about the failures too. It's about all those times that you may have nearly psyched yourself out of continuing your studies because you didn't do too well in something, or maybe something was just a bit too hard. Today is about all of the above, because we stayed, we persevered, and we finished. We made it to the top of the mountain that often seemed beyond our reach. Some of us started this journey straight from high school, whilst others started later in life. I began my law degree as a 25-year-old with a 3-year-old on my hip. It was a struggle to balance everything, but with the support of my family and the amazing staff here at Macquarie University, I was able to hang in there and cross the line with my now 11-year-old TikToking child who's actually on his phone, I think. Now, I've heard speeches that have compared a law degree to riding a burning bike where everything's on fire. This is pretty accurate, but they forgot to include that you're also broke on this bike ride and you've got 3 outstanding parking fines. Now that our broke days are nearly behind us, we can all look forward to reaching that pot of gold and ditching the burning bike. Today, we can bask in all our glory with our families who have supported and cheered for us this whole way through. We can put those law textbooks for sale on Facebook Marketplace and be done with them once and for all. Thank you, Macquarie University, and the amazing staff who have shown their unwavering support. And thank you to all of our family and friends for believing in us. Graduates, cheers. I'll see you at the bar.
Congratulations, Mary Jane, for such a short and sharp message to all of us. One of which was, after your degree, of course, you're going to earn a lot of money, then come back, because we have all these people that want to share their wisdom with you. So thank you very much, and we wish you well on your journey.
Sono sole orizzonte, mancan le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza quando manca il sole. Se non ci sei tu con me, su le finestre mostra tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso. Chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che io non mai non esistilo più. Adesso si rivivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari sorriso isonte mancan le parole. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che io l'ho mai. Oh, nuove se love you. Adesso sì li vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so. Oh, nuove se love you. Time to say goodbye. Paesi che io l'ho mai. Oh, nuove se love you. Adesso sì li vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so. Oh, this is of you.
Wow, wasn't that good? Distinguished guests, please join me in expressing our appreciation to Ms. Angela Brewer for that superb performance. Angela is also the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera, but I want to ask Angela just to come forward. We want to applaud you in your presence just because you sang my favorite piece. Thank you so much, Angela, if you're still there. Maybe Angela said goodbye. But it came from the heart. I hope you appreciate that. Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Heather Murd-Boyd, and on the trumpet, Ms. Melanie McLaughlin. I would like to take this opportunity also to acknowledge and thank, sincere thanks, to the representatives from our alumni and staff community who have come today to help you celebrate this occasion. If you could just stand. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, which is over 220,000 graduates strong, spanning more than 140 countries around the globe, welcomes you to the fold. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We will look forward to seeing you back on campus, especially as students again, to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, I repeat, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful campus and reminisce about the good times you spent here at Macquarie as a student. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and equity. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue to work hard the way you worked to get here today. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here at Macquarie, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It is also my hope that you always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here today with you. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for that, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. First, I would like you to stand up. Now I want you to place your testaments on the seats and turn around to face your families and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Graduates, please remain standing. You can turn around, but do pick up your testaments from the seat behind you, since the official party will soon leave the hall, followed by the graduates. Those testaments are important because that's where you're going to get the massive employment and the salary that will go with it. So as we do, Heather Moinbold will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over centuries. There is an age-old set of Latin lyrics which begins as Gaudimus igitur dum sumus Ivunus. In translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore, let us rejoice. We will always be young." Frank, that's for you and me. We will always be young. This song speaks of, in a whimsical way, of youth and old age at the very same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. Again, to the graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for your futures filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. Now, might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly, I will lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates, and then invite all of you to follow our graduates to the graduation hall to enjoy some light refreshments. Graduates, you'll forgive me if I just temper the expectations on the other side of the aisle. It's a Monday morning. Times are difficult, but there will be refreshments. In closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudimus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.